I found myself the youngest presenter of the panel. Before I proceed, I would like to express my gratitude to the organizer for providing me the opportunity to present my paper. My title of the paper is Risk Factor for Hypertension Among Medical and Dental Students in Kathmandu. This is our first work. This is our first research work, and it was done when we were on second year. Now I am studying MBBS final year. So this type of presentation is my first presentation. So I didn't have much idea about it. I made slides very summary and short. I hope it will go well. Hypertension is a global public health concern, severely affecting low-income countries, developing as well as developed countries. It is risk factor for so many non-communicable diseases like heart disease, cardiovascular diseases, stroke, and renal diseases. And if we talk about the data, according to data available from WHO, worldwide about 40% of adults above 25 years old are diagnosed to have hypertension, and the scenario of Nepal is not much different from that. This data was of 2008 worldwide prevalence of hypertension, and if we talk about Nepal, we've got 33.9% adults diagnosed with pre-hypertension or hypertension in 2011. It shows large proportion of population is at risk of hypertension and as well as non-communicable diseases. Behavioral risk factors such as healthy dietary habits, lack of physical exercise, smoking habit, alcohol consumption, and stress, these all are risk factors for hypertension as well as for various non-communicable diseases, and it largely depends upon the knowledge and lifestyle and the practice adopted since young age. Very few studies have been conducted on this title, that's why I have chosen the topic for the talk. The main objective of the study is to assess risk factor associated with hypertension among the medical students attending medical college in Kathmandu, Nepal. And the material, we conducted the study in medical college in Kathmandu Basic Science Complex. The data collection was done in 2014 November when we are in second year, and all the students who were in the first and second year of MBBS and BDS were our sample size, and ethical clearance was obtained from Institutional Review Committee of Kathmandu Medical College, and written consent was obtained from the participant, and confidentiality was maintained. And this is observational cross-sectional study, and the tools used for the data collection was semi-structured questionnaires, and weighing machine was used for weight measurement, stadiometer for height measurement, and sphygmomanometer for measurement of blood pressure, and we also calculated BMI. And we classified hypertension as per the 7 criteria and BMI as per WHO classification. If we talk about our finding, we have chosen all the participants, all the students who were studying at first and second year of MBBS and dental BDS, but at the time of data collection, only 351 respondents were present. Among them, 55% were male and 45% were female, with mean age 19.47 and standard deviation 1.37. And among the all participants, we found 2 female and 32 male were hypertensive or pre-hypertensive. We include pre-hypertensive and hypertensive in the same category, as our sample population is of young age group who have relatively very low prevalence of hypertension. And at the same time, a study published in Lancet journal shows that there is high risk of increased progression to hypertension from pre-hypertensive state than from the normotensive state. So, diagnosing pre-hypertensive individual is equally important. If we talk about smoking habit, among the all participants, 10% were current smokers, And among these current smokers, 40% smokes daily. And among the smokers, 13.6% were found to have pre-hypertension or hypertension. And another risk factor, alcohol consumption. 40% respondents were found to consume alcohol. Among them, 8% had pre-hypertension or hypertension. And among the alcohol consumers, 12.75% consume alcohol more than once per week. And there was also statistical significance between the alcohol consumer of male and female study population. And regarding fruit consumption and exercise habit, 21% consume fruit less than one serving per week. And nearly half of the respondents did not do regular physical exercise. And one of the risk factors is also family history, hereditary for the hypertension and all non-communicable diseases. We also found the risk factor. 40% respondents have family history of cardiovascular disease, hypertension, and diabetes mellitus, which is also risk factor for the respondent. We also found the statistical significance between BMI and hypertension of the respondent. Regarding how our presentation is related to the theme of the symposium, healthy youth and healthy Nepal, that is what I believe. But we, the medical students, are not only future youth, young generation. Medical students also hold responsibility for the healthy society and healthy nation. So healthy minds only comes after healthy body, and then after prosperity of nation is possible. That's why the primary focus should be on our own health. So the research followed on. And if we talk about the conclusion of this study, we have studied prevalence of hypertension and risk factors of the hypertension among healthy medical students. The number of students are found to be found to have a risk factor for the hypertension, like most of them were having sedentary lifestyle, and most of them consume alcohol, and they are found to be smoking as well, which is a very important risk factor for the hypertension. And there is also a significant association between hypertension and BMI, as we have already discussed. And if we talk about similar studies conducted by Krause, Aryan et al., that was population-based study, and it shows that 2/3 prevalence of hypertension can be directly attributed to obesity, which is also related to BMI. And in our study, we found more male participants were either pre-hypertensive or hypertensive, and similar finding was there in the study done by Srivastava et al. And they also found that significant association between sex and hypertension in this study. And if we talk about physical activity, study done by Wills et al., they found that spending time in physical activities greatly reduces the hypertension. Hence, finding from our study corroborate with the finding of other study conducted in different parts of the world. If we talk about effect or impact of this study on my career and academic trajectory, as I have already mentioned, this was my first research work, and as a medical student, and we realized that research is an integral part of the education, and since then we have participated in 4 more research activities, and we have also received grant for one of our research from Kathmandu Medical College, and we have also assisted PhD candidates in qualitative data analysis. And we are planning to conduct similar type of research after we have finished our final examination. We are planning to conduct similar research in different medical colleges. And I want to mention there is few limitation in our study because sample size was very less, and we conducted this research in one medical college. That's why the finding of the study cannot be generalized. And if we talk about the risk factor, we were unable to assess for how long they have been exposed for the risk factor. So this is our limitation of the study. And finally, I would like to acknowledge all the research participants, Kathmandu Medical College, for supporting me and us for the study, and our supervisor, who is also present here for encouraging us for the symposium, Professor Dr. Sunil Kumar Joshi, Head Department of Community Medicine, KMC, and Chairperson of IRC KMC. And I would like to again express my gratitude to the organizer for providing me the forum for this presentation. Thank you so much.